Hi everybody, and this is Dandruff with your news cartridge for Monday, July 20th, 2015, and our first topic is one I'm very excited about. Windows 10 comes out in just 9 days. Now, a new report is stating that the Home Edition Windows updates will actually be mandatory and always on. With the Pro Edition, you'll actually be able to turn them off. But I personally don't think this is a big deal because updates are generally a good thing. And Microsoft is doing things really differently than how they've done things in the past. So time will definitely tell on this one, but I don't really think it should be a big deal. I personally will be purchasing the Home Edition because I've weighed my options, and I really don't feel like the extra $80 is worth it, because it seems like the biggest differences are that the Home Edition will offer 128 gigabytes max system RAM, whereas the Pro Edition will offer 512 gigabytes max system RAM. Now, if you need any more than 128 gigabytes system RAM, you're probably not needing Windows at all. So there's that to take into consideration. You can't act as a host for a remote desktop, but you can still act as a client with the Home Edition. But you should probably have that turned off anyway because that can actually pose a potential security risk. There's also something in the Pro Edition called BitLocker, which is full disk encryption, not something I think low-end or entry-level users are going to be using, as well as the different features for pros seem to deal with networking, which is again very typical of Windows or of Microsoft because that's how the Ultimate Editions and Pro Editions generally work. Different business applications involving the cloud, as well as lots and lots of different encryption options. All of the things that I personally want to see and I need and I want to play with, including most importantly DirectX 12, Cortana, virtual desktops, Microsoft Edge, which is their new Internet Explorer, which we previously known as Titan, as well as full hardware encryption options are still going to be in the Home Edition. So it's still going to be pretty good. If you want to see a full guide on how to install Windows 10, stay subscribed to my channel. I'll be having that soon. Tremor, whose first appearance was in Mortal Kombat Special Forces and then in Mortal Kombat 2011 for PS Vita, is coming to Mortal Kombat X. His trailer was released today, showcasing his Earth Elemental attacks. He also specializes in low attacks, which are attacks at the feet or sweeps, as well as strong, slow, specialized, calculated attacks. Players who own the Combat Pack get him early tomorrow on July 21st, whereas everyone else must wait a week later, July 28th, to pick him up for $4.99. Before I continue on with our next topic, I must make a correction to yesterday's episode. I had announced that a game called Bug Catcher would be releasing today. Well, it's actually called The Bug Butcher. The trailer for it released today, though, and it looks like a platformer. It also looks like the core game mechanic is that you're always shooting up. Now, this is done before, but it's okay. It hasn't been done in a while, and that doesn't really make it repetitive. Because you're always shooting up, and the enemies are also flying above you as well as bouncing down on the ground next to you, you're always going to have to be worrying about where you're standing, where you're shooting, whether or not to move, as well as grabbing different power-ups and items, as well as avoiding different enemies. It will also feature a multiplayer versus mode. It will be releasing on Steam's Early Access tomorrow. And our last topic is a quick topic. Chris Roberts of Roberts Space Industries, the developer of the game Star Citizen, said that the Star Marine module, which is the first-person shooter part of the game, should be ready in about 3 to 5 weeks. They had hoped that it would be out in April, but that just didn't happen, and they don't want to give people a release date yet because they don't want to disappoint anybody, but this also means that they probably don't know themselves. But that's actually a good thing. I'd rather have them be upfront and truthful than to feel like I've been lied to. Do you have any interest in Star Citizen? Leave a comment below. And for tomorrow's game releases, for PC, Breach and Clear Deadline, Tembo the Badass Elephant, Game of Thrones Episode 5, A Nest of Vipers, Yasai Ninja, and Bosch's Domination. For PlayStation 3, we have Game of Thrones Episode 5, A Nest of Vipers, as well as Cube Director's Cut. For PlayStation 4, Journey, Howtiful Boyfriend, the Bird Dating Simulator, Zombie Army Trilogy, One Chabra Z2, Chaos, Game of Thrones Episode 5, A Nest of Vipers, F1 2015, and Cube Director's Cut. For PlayStation Vita, we have Howtiful Boyfriend, the Bird Dating Simulator. And for Xbox One, we have Zombie Army Trilogy, Tembo the Badass Elephant, and F1 2015. That is everything for your news cartridge. I am Dandruff, and I will see you tomorrow. That's a trap.